What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of the Escapists, where we recover. We got sent to the shoe in the previous episode, and so we really need to sort of bounce back. We're missing a lot of the useful items that we need, and so unfortunately, that's just the nature of the game right now. Let's go ahead and do favors for other people. Okay, so we're going to beat up Hans. And I always try to avoid the quest where you distract the guards because it never turns out well for you. Let's wait and see who gets shook down today. Frankly, we're sick of the lot of you. Canteen rations are being rationed, obviously. I mean, they're called rations already. Put your hand up if you think you're stupid. Yeah, you're not going to get me with that one again. As I used to say to my cheating ex, the canteen rations are being rationed. How did that conversation come up so frequently? Okay, so we're dismissed. I didn't see who they said they were shaking down today, so I'm going to assume that it wasn't me. Let's go back, and we're going to try... Oh, yeah, we got to go to Brekkie right now. That's what... There was a British kid in my neighborhood when I grew up, and that's what he used to call breakfast. He called it me Brekkie. He called it me Brekkie. Which, at the time, I mean, this was before the internet, and so chances were you never, like, met a British person or, like, an Australian person. It was just like, yeah, this was, like, in the 80s. And so it was a novel concept. I mean, that was a story that you told people, and they were totally interested and engrossed by it, and they remembered it forever. And so it's you know, it's one of those stories that's hard to relay nowadays, because with the internet, everything's all globalized, and like everybody knows like somebody from, you know, South Africa or something nowadays. Like everybody knows someone from everywhere nowadays. I gotta ditch my contraband before we go through that metal detector again, otherwise I'm gonna get my heat all taken care of. Let's go back in here. We'll ditch the contraband. Okay. Contraband has been ditched. Oh, we can make ourselves a contraband pouch. Although that'll mean that we can't make our shears. So, you win some, you lose some. Let's go back out. And obviously, I'm trying to go to work right now, you dicks. God, give me like 4 seconds to go to work. There's transit time. There's a thing called transit time. I think I can also reasonably hide things in certain areas of the prison that the guards won't know about too. Like, for example, back behind these crates seemed like a good spot. I think you can also dig holes, so I might start fiddling around with that too. Although I don't know exactly how that works. Maybe dig a hole underneath this fence right here. But my guess is that if they find the hole, it's just like them finding a locked door. They're going to come knocking. So, what are you going to do? Let's go back over here and make a few more of these. Alright, snapping out license plates. Okay, pay me money. Time to go. Alright, and then we bounce on out of here because we've done our work, which means we can go about the remainder of our business. Now... we have to go to Hans. Ooh, I think Hans was on this floor. Let's look here. There he is, yeah. And what we're going to do again is we're going to strip down all these beds. There's that. I also want that sock from Hans so I can actually fight with guards again. So we've got the sock. We need to be on the lookout for just all kinds of stuff, to be honest. We need lots of things. So let's start barricading up our tier again. Grab all that. Alright. He came at you with a spoon. Oh, he might be a serial killer. I guess that's the best pun that I can come up with right now. That's all I got. That's all I got. My brain is dead at the moment. I was going to say he's going to try and dig you out, but I don't know if that'll work. He really digs you. I mean, you don't typically dig with a spoon, so I suppose that one would only be funny inside of prison, but... ah, well. Go ahead and grab some more bed sheets off here. I want this entire tier just covered in bed sheets so that nobody gets angry anymore. Midday roll call is up. Let me throw up the remainder of these sheets real fast. And there they go. And then let's find out who's getting shook down so that if I need to, I can make that contraband pouch and hide all my stuff. Paperclip, yeah, sure. Micah and Sang are getting shook down. What do you have? Because I have money, so if you've got something, I could use it. He's got a crowbar. If we had a couple of those, we could make a grappling hook. I'm going to stay at roll call for right now. What's this guy want? He's been running his mouth about it. Give me a beating or give him a beating. Okay, so yeah, I can beat up William. That's not too much. This guy got all kinds of quests. You have no friends. They like to build you up here. They like to build you up because they've already broken us down. There's not much you can do to a man who's been in prison. Zero toleration for you maggots. What are you, Slipknot? Jesus. Alright. Dismissed. And so it's afternoon free period, which means that I'm going to go over here and make a sock mace. Which brings whole new meaning to the term sock you in the mouth. So we've got the super sock mace, which is 10 times as awesome as... Oh, we already had a baton. Well, balls. Because we've already got the baton. Let's spend a little bit of time working on our speed. Can you jump the warden? What happens if you jump the warden? Alright, let's get going. So off we go. Let's get our speed back up to an acceptable level. The shoe really took it out of us. It's taken us almost a day and a half to, like, not even completely recover from the fact that we were stuck in the shoe for all that time. I think that you should only lose your stats if you go to the shoe. I think that would be like a nice ground for me, as I don't like how you lose your stats over time. Like, they deteriorate so quickly. Like, you don't lose strength over the course of like 12 hours. I think that they should just make it so that the stat gain is a little bit slower, but you keep your stats permanently unless you go to the shoe. And then they should make it more painful when you go to the shoe. Like, you should lose like 20 stat points or something from each thing if you go to the shoe or something. I don't know. Basically make the shoe a little bit more scary, because as of right now it's like, well, balls, I just lost a whole bunch of my points, but I don't really care that much. We got this right here. How are we looking on these things? Okay, so strength and speed are pretty adequate right now. And so we got to get a paperclip for Darren, a sock for William. We have a sock mace. Will he take a sock with a battery in it? I mean, he can take the battery out. Although I get the feeling people around here be like, I don't know what to do with this. I clearly asked you for a sock and you brought me a sock that has a battery in it. My world is destroyed. I am in a state of utter disarray right now and I'm not really sure how to proceed. I am not paying you. A pox upon you. We had to beat somebody up too. Beat up William. Where's William at? Watch, he's gonna be walking out of here in just a second. Oh, it's dinner time. Dinner time. Alright, so Sang, Xavier. Alright, let's just go have dinner because we're already fatigued anyways. We're already fatigued, so we might as well. The other thing that I'd be interested in trying out, I'm kind of scared. I don't know. I'm scared of digging holes because holes are just like these giant gaping probs. And I'm trying to be punny right now, but it's just like, it's a gaping indicator that you're up to no good. It's just like sitting there. What are you going to do? Alright, so we've got that. I'm going to skeef the door right here. Avoid all these guards. We'll go back to our area on the tier. I'm going to strip down exercise period. We do sort of need to do this. Let's go to exercise period. Hey, give me your machine. Ooh, nope. Come over here. There we go. Now we're good. I hit my caps lock on accident. That's why I didn't start running quite so soon. And there we are. We will make the run for Marathon Chief. I don't think we need that much speed. Like, I think we were sitting at 88 or something like that. There's an empty weight bench, so plausibly we could. Started at the bottom, now we Alright, so I think that should put us close enough. I mean, 95 speed. We need more than 95 speed for. And then we'll pump up a couple reps right here so that if we get into a fight, we can solve our problem. I'm trying to max out right now because, honestly, it gives you... I noticed this. I was playing the game the other day, and when you go to bed, it adds 20 fatigue to you when you go to bed. I don't know if that's to simulate just being, like, tired. This place is garbage. Yeah, this place does suck. No joke. Take that crafting note. A work key mold. Okay. We gotta have a pretty good list of... Yeah, I was gonna say, we got all kinds of stuff we can make right now. I'm gonna go converse over here. See what's up with Xavier. He's got a crafting note for us. Yeah, buddy. William, what you got for me, buddy? Talcum powder and that's it? You ain't got nothing? Alright, so whatever. Don't matter. I'm gonna take the missions from all these guys. Alright, so we've got too many favors. A utility key mold. We already made that. And so with our evening free time, I think I'm gonna issue beatdowns. I think that's where we're gonna start our evening off. Alright, so let's head back over here. We're gonna get into our ambush zone. And the people who are in for a beating. William. And Officer Shelby. And so this is my favorite jump-in spot. I mean, this is honestly one of the better areas that you can jump people in, so I'd stick to it if I was you. We haven't gone over here yet, but this is where you go if you end up getting killed. This is the hospital / morgue that they take you to restore your health. William and Shelby. There's Marshall. I'm actually doing a job for Marshall, so I figure it might hurt my employment strategy if I beat him up too early. Who is this? That's Brad. There's William. And maybe I can jump him down here somewhere. There we go. We got him. And so we got that from Sang. We can also rob him. He's got bleach, super glue, and a glass shard. Can you make a glass shiv? Bleach is hard to come by, so I think I'm going to take some bleach too. And then we'll take his outfit. And what you do with this is you bleach it and it becomes a pair of overalls. And once you got a pair of overalls, you can then use ink on them and they'll become a guard's uniform. And so we'll throw that in here. The tube of super glue we're obviously going to combine right there as fast as we can. Super sock mace I'm not concerned about right now. I'm going to leave that where it is. There we go. We also need to make some molten plastic while we're here. So let's take those two out. There's the molten plastic. We need to make silly putty as well. So we've got toilet paper. We need to find some toothpaste. Let's go ahead and dig through everybody else's drawers, giggity. And once we've done that, there's toothpaste. I don't really need a battery right now, I don't think. Is anybody else that needs an ass whooping? Officer Shelby. Let's see if we can find Officer Shelby before our strength goes away. It's Officer Nick. Officer Edgar. Oh, I left myself in combat mode. That was my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Somebody wanted a sock, though, so we got the sock for... Did we beat up the guy that wanted the sock? Oh, William wanted the sock. Okay. We just tuned up William, but I assume it'll be fine. Officer Liam, Officer Edgar. William. Officer Adam. I suppose I could get the stuff. So we got Raphael and Marshall that we've got to shake down. There's Raphael's desk. Let's get up in here and get our Ninja Turtle on. Oh, he's actually got it on his person. Okay. Not going to be able to help that one out much. Or no, it's not toilet paper and toothpaste. It was toothpaste and... God, why am I brain farting right now like this? I really shouldn't be. It was toothpaste and something else. I'll know it when I see it. So we've got some books in here. Let's go ahead. We'll put the toilet paper in here. I don't know. We don't need it right now, though. Paper mache and molten plastic on us. We also need to find... Okay, so we're looking for William. We're also looking for... Okay. Let's just find William first. We didn't have anything for Marshall, did we? Oh well. Evening roll call, do it for us. Yes. Everyone line up in unison together, ready for your dance troupe. Everybody, left step, right step, right step, plie. Half kick. Okay, so William wanted the sock, right? Okay, so William gave us 20 bucks for that. And then Officer Shelby is still on the list. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get at him yet. But that's okay. We'll get him eventually. A sheet of metal. I could make that happen. I do have a contraband pouch, and I do have access to the metal shop. Although it'd be easier just to steal it from somebody, to be honest. Nobody's selling anything right now either. I wasn't paying attention again, so I missed who's getting shook down. This could be really, really unfortunate. Alright, whatever. Let's go back up in here. Isaac, Marshall's been seen with my candle. Okay, so let's go over to here. Everybody's got their bed sheets up, so super sock mace. We got the overalls. Alright. So what do I want to do? I think I'm going to actually work on... Okay, so we've got flimsy cutters. I'm going to save these for a little while because you can refine these. This is actually something that you can make better. So you start out with the flimsy cutters, and as you use more and more files on them, you can turn them into better and better and better cutters until eventually you've got super awesome cutters. It was talcum powder. That's what I needed in order to make the putty. Let's just sleep till morning. Get this out of the way quick. Right, it is now morning. Every now and again I meet somebody that says the G's on the ends of things. They're like, morning. Every now and again. Not very frequently, but every now and again. And I use it as a comedic device, although admittedly a rudimentary one. Marshall, what do you have? You got a sheet of metal. Meh. Micah and Lee are getting flipped right now. A sheet of metal. That's like the sheet music for a metal song, like a heavy metal song. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with something right now, and my brain is really just not doing it today. It's not feeling it. It is not feeling it, which is perfectly fine because brains don't have fingers as far as I know. But I would love for my brain to like get on par with me right now. I would love for it to be there. Crafting note right there. Bottle of sleeping pills. He's got foil, which is always useful. Okay, so we got a bit more stuff right now. A lightweight pickaxe. Starts out with a flimsy pickaxe, which I don't really know how to make. I would assume that the flimsy pickaxe, I know you can make a tool handle out of like a file and a timber. And so my guess is that you can probably make it out of... Oh, I don't know. God, no clue, to be honest. I'll have to just look it up, I think. Hey, discard. There we go. So since we're not getting shook down, we have to go to breakfast, but I'm going to ditch this contraband right now in my cell so that I can walk through the gates without getting into trouble. And I need to be on the lookout for... We need talcum powder. We need a bunch of talcum powder so that we can make ourselves a couple of wads of putty and make the best use out of like beating up some of these guards. Eat breakfast real fast. Okay, breakfast has been eaten. Talk to... Oh, Christ. That was my bad. I didn't mean to do that. See, like I said, I wish that there was actually a button press that put you into a fist fight. Because sometimes my cursor is just on the wrong color, and that's that. Oh, purple. It's locked down, maybe? Move it where? To breakfast? Oh, shit. Well, now people are going to try and beat me up if I go anywhere because I'm at 80%, so I can't go. Alright, so off to metal shop. Please don't shoot me, gate guards. Okay, so the gate guards aren't going to shoot me. And we'll get to work making some lovely, lovely metal. Getting our Yanni Limatainen on. There we go. My favorite guitarist, by the way, in case you didn't know. I don't know if it said Jani or Yanni. He's from Finland. And I can't really tell you how to pronounce anything in Finnish because you may not have guessed this, but I am not Finnish. And so therefore, my Finnish pronunciations are pretty miserable by my own estimation. Let's go back over here. Alright, so now we're basically on free time, and I need to spend a little bit of time working on my intelligence. And so we're going to sit here and we're going to click a bookcase for a little bit. For some reason, it increases our intelligence just sitting here clicking on a bookcase. You would think that we would have to actually read the books and take them off the shelf, but nope. The inmates just get smarter by looking at the bookcase for long periods of time. You just read the spines, I guess. Go back over here. Alright, there's another little bit right there. We should be able, like, how high up are we? Okay, so we're almost back to where we were in the last episode before we got sent to the SHU. We got caught up, unfortunately. Secure housing unit, the SHU, is where they send you. I don't know if they have this in other prisons, but it's solitary confinement. And so if you're in the secure housing unit, it either means there's a threat on your life, so you might be like a child molester or something like that, because there's a hierarchy in prison. At the bottom of the hierarchy are child molesters, like woman beaters, things like that. People who basically victimize people that are perceived as like not as strong, because a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of criminals were abused as children. And so first and foremost, that's one of the big no-nos in prisons. If you're a child molester, you're probably going to get murdered. You're probably not going to make it. And so they may just put you in solitary confinement to keep you alive while you serve out your sentence if you're a child molester. The other reason, the next on the hierarchy are like thieves. And then the next people up on the list are violent criminals, not necessarily non-sexual violent criminals, so people who have committed like murders, gang-related violence, things like that. And then at the top of the list are people who have attacked agents of the government. So if like you're a cop killer, or if you're somebody that's like beat up guards on repeated occasions and shit like that, you're going to be sitting pretty high at the top of the heap in the prison hierarchy. Alright, so who's getting shook down? I think this is just like a check-in, though. Actually, yeah, I'll take your foil. And the screwdriver might be useful to us, but... What do you have? Like timber? He's got wood right now. In the middle of the midday roll call, you're just sitting here with wood, man. You gotta get that under control. Like pitch your arm or like put out a match or something. I don't know. Brad's got his poster. So let's go search Brad's room. It's now free time. Where's Brad at? We're gonna work on these one by one because I feel like if I focus, there's Officer Shelby. We could wait for him to expose himself. We've got foil on us though, so we can't follow him out to the yard. Let's just stick to one thing at a time. Sang's desk, Hans, Brad. There we go. So Brad was seen stealing something, and if it's in here blinking, we'll be able to get it back. There it is. So he stole somebody's poster. I should also be canvassing to find myself talcum powder while we're out here. And let's also grab the bed sheets off all these while I'm searching these cells. No talcum powder yet, unfortunately. And we'll just do these one by one, I guess. No talcum powder here, but he does have super glue, which is useful for a number of reasons. Strip that bed and keep an eye out. Oh, you don't want to start this fight, homie. You done messed up now. You best just let me take whatever I want, man. I'm a straight prison-side gorilla. You don't want to mess with me. Get yourself choked out while I get yoked out, son. Back up before you get smacked up. I mean, I could keep going. I'm gonna be honest. He probably doesn't like me. No, he doesn't care. It was just a prison fight. It was all politics. Whatever. Got the jar of ink so we can make ourselves some guards' clothes. So let's start. I'm just gonna do these one by one. Okay, and so now it's dinner. Let me search one more cell. We're getting little bits and pieces done here and there. I mean, we're not getting tons of things done, but this is all working towards something. I don't want... Oh, there it is. So a flimsy shovel. We can make tool handle, a sheet metal, and duct tape. Okay. Seems alright. Like, I don't want people to think that we're not building towards anything right now. Like, we're not working in any particular direction, because indeed we are. I'll take the talcum powder. It's only $6. Yeah, it's like nothing. He's got a guard outfit on him. I could also hand over your pudding. But you haven't eaten your meat yet. How can you have pudding if you haven't eaten your meat? I mean, you got things all out of order, my son. You got things all out of order. Okay, so we got the super glue. We're carrying around a bunch of stuff right now. We could ostensibly get ourselves into trouble. We got a bunch of people we need to beat up. We have like a whole lot of ass kickings we got to give out. Let's go check Marshall's cell. Marshall's gonna be next. Check Raphael too, because I know that Raphael has like something we're supposed to have. Ooh, talcum powder. That's what he's got for me. That's what you got for me. Okay, so we got toothpaste, and let's throw the super glue in there along with a lot of our other contraband. Alright, we're about to make this into some pooty. There we go. Pooty has been crafted. Throw the pooty back in there. And we've got super glue and toilet paper so we can make ourselves some machete. There it is. Oh, some paper mache. It doesn't have a T on the end. I thought it had a T on the end. So I would have spelled that wrong. Oh well, what can you do? Sometimes you spell things wrong. That's just a fact of life. Exercise period. We probably should not miss this. Let's jump up on a weight bench for right now. And I'm just going to practice. If you can't do this with one hand, I can't do it with one hand because my wrist starts to hurt. So I just do it with 2 fingers. I just put an index finger on Q and on E and just mash these reps out really fast. Some people have said that the game is repetitive, and I think that anytime you make a prison game, it's going to be repetitive. I would love to see what Rockstar would do with a game like this. I would 100% love, after seeing how well they did with The Bully, which is kind of one of those understated hits that Rockstar had, I would 100% love to see what they could do with something like a prison setting. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet, so... But a prison game by Rockstar would definitely make me happy. Are we maxed out right now? Is that why I'm not getting fatigue anymore? Okay, so we're at 100% strength. Good. Let's get in here, and this is actually, weirdly enough, in the showers where most business is handled in prison. Like, a whole lot of transactions taking place here. Xavier took his mints. Alright, so we'll be on that in just a second. Let's see what Clark's got for us. Clark's got talcum powder, which is actually pretty good because we can make some more putty. And I want to be able to make some of these keys. I mean, we've got a couple of the keys. They're up in the vent right now, so hopefully the guards didn't find those, but... I don't really care about being super clean right now. Let's just go out and handle our business. It's about to be the evening anyway, so let's see what we can steal from people here. We already checked Raphael, so we're going to have to beat him up. We've got Marshall now, so let's go ahead and see if Marshall's got the stuff we need. I think I've already checked this like 5 times though in the last couple episodes. Oh yeah, you're right, they don't see me. That's a pretty cool little... I'm going to do this on every single cell so that I can... There it is, so we got the candle. There's another quest out of the way. And then we need to raid Xavier now. So let's see if we can find... Okay, so here's Xavier. He's nice and close. And Xavier is going to have the stuff on his person, it looks like. Let's make ourselves a little bit more putty. And we had to jump. So we got to jump Xavier. And we got to jump Raphael. So there's Xavier right there. We need to wait for him to be exposed, but he's right next to a guard. Shelby would work out best. Damn, we're not going to be able to jump him right now. He's too close to the guard. Oh, almost jumped him right there. I'm going to get him right here. I'm going to get this guard too. So we got the utility key. We want to focus on now, so we'll take the putty right there. And then we'll go back, we'll put the guard's key back in place. Gotta jump this dude for the pack of mints to see anything else that I want. Nah, he's got a toothbrush. We can melt that down for molten plastic, but it's not gonna be that useful. So, since we beat him down, now we gotta watch out for Raphael. Who's gonna be there? He is. My health's a little bit low though. So for Raphael, we're gonna have to watch out. Let's put this back in here. Tonight, we're gonna have to go up. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go back up into the vent tonight, and we're going to have to hide this extra key. Oh, that's the utility key mold? I think that's one of the ones that we already have. No, we have the staff key, and we have the entrance key, so maybe not. Where's Raphael at? I know you're around here. There he is. So let's see if we can take him right here. Ah, he's going outside. We got contraband, so we can't follow him. Officer Shelby, you around here somewhere? I don't think we could take Shelby, actually. Our health is a little bit low. Let's just keep an eye out for Raphael. Let's get things done the way that we're supposed to. That's William. There's Raphael. Jump him real fast in the middle of the room. Alright, he's down. Get the watch. Get the crafting note and get the lighter. Alright, so he's been beat down. Got a decent amount of money right now, which should buy us a little more of the things we need to escape, but I think this is a good spot to break off the episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for another episode of The Escapists. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do as always.